Good morning. Welcome to another episode of Feed Me Friday. Oh, I am so hungry today. I got a lot to do too. We went out the other day and I bought 15 pounds of brisket. I need to grind that up and make some ground beef. And I bought, I don't remember how much it weighed. I bought a big thing of rib roast and I was so happy. She's like, do you want us to cut this up for you? And I'm like, yes. I said, will that be any extra charge? And she's like, nope. She's like, do you want us to trim the fat? I'm like, no, do not trim the fat. I said, I want the fat. So speaking of fat, this is fat that was left over when I made, what was it? The sausage bites. So all this fat left in the pan and like this stuff here, which is like cheesy flavor. So yeah, I don't ever throw out the fat. Things I wanted to say this morning. I've got a few things. First, I thought I could do a Q&A video if you guys have questions you want me to answer. I often get questions in the comment section, usually about the food that I'm making, which this is cheesy scrambled eggs, by the way. I make a big batch and then have it throughout the week. But yeah, if you have any questions you want me to answer, quick, put it in the comment section down below and I'll come up with a Q&A video. Oh my goodness, the ice maker's so loud. Probably gonna hear that in every video. Anyway, let's see, next. A couple times I've been talking about the idea of a truth bat on Facebook in the groups. So the idea is you've got this temptation. It's just killing you because it's like you have this desire, you want this food, and you know for whatever reason it's going to cause problems. Like let's say you've got type 2 or even type 1 diabetes. You know this food is going to spike your blood sugar. You know it's going to cause damage, but you really want it. So like the idea with the truth bat is you beat back the desire with truth. So for me, the truth would be I can't have that food because it's probably going to cause stomach problems. If it's sugar, it's going to cause, it's going to make me feel like I've got a sinus infection for at least 3 days. So, I don't want to go there. For my mom, who's type 2 diabetic, it would raise her blood sugar and cause damage. And also she gets stomach issues too from a lot of stuff. So it's like, how badly do you want that thing? Can you beat back the desire with truth? So anyway, that's the truth bat. And I was thinking, I post a lot of information. Got all these videos and stuff out there, but the idea is not for me to tell you guys what to do. It's here's the information, draw your own conclusions, because I don't want someone telling me, it's like, well, here, we're telling you how to think, and this is how it is, and this is how it has to be. It's like, no. Let me come to my own conclusion through the information that I have. And I mean, you also have to go based on experience too, right? It's like, I keep getting these people, I'm gonna wash my hands real quick and then we'll get back to that. Got my coffee. It's a tablespoon of butter, a tablespoon of heavy cream, a few dashes of salt, and a scoop of collagen. This is Harry and David's Northwest blend, I think. I don't know what's all in it. It's very nutty. It tastes good. It smells amazing. Anyway, so back to the thing I was talking about. So I have a lot of people on Facebook who will tell me, let's move that over a little bit. They'll tell me things like, well, removing the carbs is only a short-term fix. You're going to hurt your mother in the long term because you're not addressing the root cause of diabetes. So, okay, let's take that one apart a little bit. What is the root cause of diabetes? I am pretty sure they're still trying to figure that one out. You could say insulin resistance, right? But insulin resistance is what happens to you. It's not the root cause. I mean, at least I wouldn't word it like that. You get insulin resistance because your cells become overstuffed, right? They can't accept any more insulin, which means the glucose just stays in the system. So, what causes the insulin resistance? Well, they're still working this out because not everyone gets insulin resistance. It's a lot more these days. I mean, I can't remember what the number was, but we're getting close to almost every other American will end up with diabetes. So genetics does play a role. You can get type 2 diabetes because your parents had it. But it's not like thalassemia, right? So me and my mom both have thalassemia. That is a blood disorder that is genetically inherited. I can't do anything about it. I was going to get it no matter what. But to me, diabetes, your genes might be set up for you to get it, but only if you have a lifestyle that brings it on. That's what I think is what's happening with a lot of people if it's in the genes. There's some people who their family never had it, but they get it anyway because of the lifestyle. Now, that's another thing that's argued. It's like, well, it's not lifestyle. There's too many factors, but whatever. How about we address the fact that a lot of people have it and they need something to happen to help them feel better and to stop the damage. To me, let's focus on that instead of saying, well, you're wrong for trying to help someone. It's like you can't fix them with this, by removing the foods that cause their blood sugar to go up. You can't fix them with that. It's like, well, okay, it might not fix them 100%, but it sure makes them feel better and it stops the damage going on. So it's weird. I never really know how to respond to these people because they think, I know for them, their idea is you have to remove animal food from your diet. You go plant-based, whole foods plant-based, and that fixes everything. Well, I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm not saying it would never work, but I know for my mom, she was having less animal foods before and her carbs were higher. It's not that she didn't eat bad food. She did. So I don't know. I wouldn't want to make her go whole foods plant-based because if we did, the damage comes back. If we start bringing back fruit and beans and stuff, her blood sugar will start to go up. I'm sorry, I'm getting louder as I'm going, so let me calm down here for a second. So basically, I would have to bring on damage to my mom to do what their recommendation is. And I'm not willing to do that. I don't want to hurt my mom, and I don't think she wants to go back. Well, it's not I don't think. We've had this discussion. She does not want to go back to fruits and stuff because she knows the damage. She can't afford to have any more damage to her system. And I know they're like, well, over time she could become more insulin sensitive. It's like, well, but in that time period, how much damage is going to happen? How long do we have to wait to see the progress for it? So no, we're going to go with what's working for her, and we're going on 5 years. Ugh. Anyway, yeah. Moving things around here just so you guys can see what else I'm doing. This is done. I like to weigh it and see if it gets to 100 grams. And then if it's not 100 grams, I add butter until it gets to 100 grams. One last thing. I've got 2 groups on Facebook. We've got Conquering Diabetes and we've got the Low Carb Coalition, which Conquering Diabetes is the fastest growing one. And I'm so thankful for that because I know a lot of people, they need hope. I mean, they've been hearing from their doctor and stuff that this is a progressive disease. There's no way out, but there is a way out. You can stop the damage. All you have to do is remove the foods that cause your blood sugar to go over 140. Anyway, I was thinking though about doing a series on Tuesdays where I talk about specifically diabetic topics. I was going to call it Conquering Diabetes, and that'll be the name of the series. It's funny though because I'm like, well, I'm up to 4 videos per week because I have so much to say. Do I have enough to say to do 5 videos? Probably. Anyway, Get like fired up sometimes thinking of following certain people's advice and knowing what kind of damage it will cause. This is Maldon salt. I always show the wrong side first. Maldon salt. Thank you, Aaron and Elizabeth Kilby, by the way, for sending it to me. That's going to be it for now. I'll check in with you guys at lunch. So my mom's standing here. I'm going to ask her for a pat on the back. Can you pat me on the back, Mom? Thank you. I did not have a single bite of this while I was cooking it. Normally, once I start, I can't stop, and I won't stop, and then I'll have a stomachache. So anyway, this is going to be my lunch, not the entire thing. I'm going to weigh it out like a sensible person. And that's what I'm going to have for lunch. I forgot to tell you guys, I had a cup of coffee earlier. Yeah, everything got thrown off with the steak. Anyway, this is my third cup of coffee for today. This is vanilla rum decaf by Wegmans. It's got scoop of collagen, tablespoon of butter, 2 tablespoons of heavy cream, and a few dashes of salt. And dinner is going to be a poblano stuffed pepper. I'm only having one of these, though. This other one's for my daughter. We're going to go do some taste testing and see how this turned out. Recipe coming eventually. That is all for today. Thank you so much for watching and listening. This video is brought to you by my faith in the Lord Jesus Christ, who has everything you need and nothing you don't. Bye-bye.